This is stupid, but this is a work of art. You see, woodworking can be difficult, and if you do a lot of field work like I do, you need a router table in the field. So I decided to make one, DIY style. And of course, I always need an extra hand, so I decided to add some dog holes. You know, clamp those boards down. You don't want things bouncing around on you. And I chose the hottest day of the year to do this. But considering all the projects I've been able to pull off in the past, I think I'm up for the challenge.
That's a joke, isn't it?
I spent $1,000 on handles, $500 in screws, and a whopping $5,000 in acrylic so I can make this affordable for you. I'm gonna go broke. Trying to get these face plates to line up with over several different compact routers is so difficult. The routers don't come up with the same configuration with the holes. They're all over the place. The process took me over 6 weeks, but I finally got it figured out. Some gray hair later, a little fatter belly, but who cares? I munched my way through this. Let's scribe what we're going to remove, put down some sacrificial boards, and start drilling some holes. After all, we're going to use our jigsaw to remove the excess. I'm a huge fan of procrastination, and to be honest with you, I've been thinking about this design and this process for over 10 years. What took me so long? Who knows? But now let's apply the outer ring and the inner ring. You know, we're going to try to flush trim this and remove all the excess. I'm going to use this 1/2-inch compression flush trim bit and remove this piece of crap tiny little faceplate. Let's put on that new one I designed. It's compatible with 6 different compact routers. Just twist it and line it up with your labeled router. And if you're like me and you're tired and annoyed with those tiny little faceplates, well, you're in luck. I've got the link to this template that I designed in my description box. I'm also adding these handles because I wanted to add support and balance to it. After all, routers can have kickback or they can jump around, and having extra grips to hold onto certainly makes it more fun and easier to hold. The most difficult part of this entire process was finding companies to buy into for wholesale, like these handles, the hardware, the acrylic. That just about crushed me, and it took a lot of our money and savings to make this happen. My wife was really upset, but I told her I have a dream and I'm solving a problem for woodworkers and carpenters alike. I said, I think they'll get it. They'll understand what I'm doing and it'll make sense. So I'm hoping it makes sense to you and you love it and you want it as much as I did. But I also added a template for dog holes. After all, what type of DIY router table in the field doesn't have dog holes? We need those extra hands. I am a one-man show. And when you clamp boards down and you sand them and they don't move around, what's better than that? Oh, and I did a little embellishment with a round over just to make it cleaner. And before you know it, I'd cleaned it up with a little profiled edge, and I had myself a DIY router table. I'm going to set up a couple of sawhorses because this is how I'm going to use it in the field, but let's test it out in my driveway. Let's insert that router faceplate. Ah, yes, that went flawlessly. And you can see it from underneath, and I love the fact that it's clear acrylic and you can see what you're doing. Now let's try routing out a profiled edge on this board. Oh yeah, this is going smoothly. I'm not a lucky guy. This took a lot of time to figure this out. Let's add some dog hole clamps. Well, they're really stops, but they have a cushion on top, so it helps with sanding. It keeps it from moving around, just like this. But if you're wondering about these dog hole clamps, I bought these from Craig Jig. They were really affordable and they come in handy. They're great, and they're adjustable as you can see right here. I was able to sand the board without it even moving around. It puts that downward pressure. I tried a hand plane, and it was the same outcome. I love it. I use it all the time, but I know what you're thinking. What routers is it compatible with? Let me show you. Milwaukee, Bosch, Makita, DeWalt, Ryobi, and of course Rigid. Now if there's a router you think I should add to it, comment below and let me know, and maybe I'll add it.